Orcas can't bring it down, they've said. Because of the frequency's not there. They can't be detected. Apparently when they're approached, they go dark and shoot off. Probably back to the Atlantic. Underwater again. Like the footage I've just shown you. This is incredible. So that few sentences that I just told you then screams alien tech, right? But the caveat to that is over the most densely populated state in America. They want to be seen. If this is alien tech, they want to be seen clearly. Now listen to this girl. She's a local in New Jersey.
I live in New Jersey. These drones are on top of my house every single night, and here's why. I really think they're aliens. Going to insert a video. There was about 10 of them on top of my house last night, and they are car-sized. They are huge. They really are the size of small cars. But 2 nights ago, one of them crashed 15 minutes from. So by the time the drone...
One of them crashed. She says one of them crashed 15... yeah? Which I mentioned, and I showed you footage of a crash site, or flames, I should say. But we didn't know any more about it. Now, she's got a photo of this. We go back a little bit.
They are car-sized. They are huge. They really are the size of small cars. But 2 nights ago, one of them crashed 15 minutes from. So by the time the drone crashed until I got there, it was about an hour. When I got there, it wasn't there. There was no drone, and I have a picture of it when it crashed. There was no drone, and there was like 2 cop cars. Where the fuck did it go? Who took it within an hour of it crashing? Like, what? And of course, nobody has answers. The FBI doesn't have an answer. Our governor doesn't have an answer. Like, nobody knows. But apparently we're safe, and we have nothing to worry about, but nobody knows what they are. So I do think they're aliens. I do not think they're from Iran. I do not think they're from China, because when aliens don't mean any harm and they want peace and they're protecting us, they're going to morph themselves into something familiar like a drone. Even though they're car-sized, we're still familiar with drones. If aliens wanted harm, we'd be walking out to Will Smith and freaking Independence Day. Okay,
I agree with that. And this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of people saying, can you be serious? These things with green and red flashing lights and stuff. Yeah. Like, if we went over to another planet and we wanted to let that planet know of our presence, but discreetly, softly, we wouldn't go in there with our fucking Harrier jump jet, right? We would look at their tech and go, look, we need to just go in there softly, just say, look, we're like you, we're okay, right? And try to mimic their crafts in some way. I'm not saying that they are absolutely 100% alien beings, right? Alien tech. I'm just saying that's common sense. But if the government wanted to create a story of an alien attack, right? Let's put it this way. If the government said, okay, we need Project Bluebeam going in full force now. We need to create some sort of alien attack, right? We need to scare the public. Would they make drones that look like human tech drones with blinking lights? No, they wouldn't. They would create some crazy ass shape that does some weird stuff in the sky to freak us out.
I really do think they're here because they live here too, and I'll tell you where they live. They're here to stop World War III for us because they live here too. This is their home too. And in case you didn't know, 80% of our oceans are unexplored, and this is where they are coming from. The aliens live in the ocean. Call me crazy, that's fine, but this is really what I believe, and all I'm going to be doing is praying and hoping for the best. I live in New Jersey.
Okay. Now, let's go to this individual here.
I live in North Jersey and I've seen the drones. I'm also an environmental science major and I've taken classes that pertain to this. I've taken a GIS, Geographic Information Systems course, and I've also taken a drones course where we learn how to use government-style drones. We had an opportunity to actually get a government license from the course. We learned how to fly the drones around to collect data using LiDAR, and this data was visual and non-visual data. And in GIS, we would interpret that data. Think of software like Google Earth. I see a lot of people asking, why don't we just fly a drone up and then figure out what these things are? That's very illegal. Any person in possession of a drone that's equipped to fly high enough and have a long enough battery life to check out what these things are, they need a government license. They also need a permit to fly in any airspace.
I think that's different in the UK. As long as you've got the license and you're not flying over I suppose a heavy populated area, yeah. But that's more like a crowd of people. Like, you can't fly over a concert or a ball game or something like that. You can fly over a city. You just need a license if it's over a certain weight. Like mine, and somebody went back and forth with me on this. Mine, my DJI Mini 2, I think it is. I don't need a license for that because it's it's like a couple of grams under the certain weight. So I don't need to go for my course and go for a license. I could just fly it. But if that was happening in my town, Newquay, I know for a fact my mate Mace and me would be out there with drones. His drone he needs a license for. We'd be up there, mate. We'd be up there checking these things out. So maybe it's different in the United States.
And the fact that these drones are in restricted airspace is very fishy to me, because why wouldn't the government figure out what they are, right? In my humble opinion, whatever they are, the government knows what they are already. In my opinion, they're not disclosing everything for a specific reason. Do I know what reason it is? It could be a million things, bro. Didn't major in politics. But the government holding a meeting in New Jersey, that was all theatrics. It's so that the public doesn't freak out.
I think she speaks a lot of facts there. I think there is a lot of that. I think we are only told what we need to be told, which I think in some ways, for especially the people in New